This is the Boxer Monkey, a modded tower that uses the power of fists to throw strong and fast punches for the exchange of low range. And as you can see, it comes with 3 paths, 5 tiers, all of which you will see later in this video. Once again, shout out to Huber for creating this mod. Always seems to go 10 out of 10 all out with these terra mods because they have like their own unique splash art and in-game sprite art too. Like, this does not look pretty sick. We got it's basically a red headband dart monkey, but 2 giant boxing gloves ready to fist fight them balloons. See that? I love that animation too. He's a very amateur boxer, seeing as he only uses one of his arms to punch. I don't think swinging your arm like that is a very effective tactic, but what do I know about boxing? Am I the only one who was also seeing occasionally like a projectile coming out of the boxer? Notice how I think it whiffed once? Yeah, see that there? Hang on. Right there. I don't know what that is, but let's try to get some upgrades so that our Boxer Monkey can actually handle round 5 here. So we want more attack speed. We want even more attack speed. And we want range, just for the sole reason that, well, it's too tiny right now. But it looks like we still got a pretty amateur boxer. He's still using only his right fist swing. Well, what else can we do to help out? Well, how about spiked gloves? Only $185, and increases range even further, I see. You know, based on the upgrade, I would have thought that this would be a bit more deadly, because just look at that splash art there. It's got what looks to be like knife edges coming out of those fists. What's he trying to be, like Wolverine? But anyways, that's gotta hurt though. Imagine getting hit by one of those fists head on. Not only like giving you a concussion, but also getting, you know, impaled with those 4 blades. Let's take a look at bottom path now. Haymaker gives more damage, and he also now wields black boxing gloves. We are still leaking though, so how about some iron fists? Actually, not yet. This one only seems to give lead and frozen. How about we cross path with some attack speed here, and we'll get axe. Now chop Bloons down with an axe. Wait a minute. This is a bit illegal. Nobody would certainly allow this in the boxing ring, let alone the spiked gloves, but looks like he's exchanged his gloves for, like, a hammer. Or, sorry, an axe. It's literally right in the name, but damn. He even lost an eye? That's rough. Maybe he got a piece of his own medicine by someone else, maybe, using those spiked gloves. Who knows? But looks to be doing a handy job at chopping down those balloons. Let's take a look at welterweight elite for a tier 3 top path. More damage to more class balloons. Pretty basic stuff, but what can you really expect from a boxing monkey? I would expect it to do all damage and then maybe stun. In fact, I definitely expect a stun. I'd be surprised if there was no stun. Perhaps we see that later, and I can see that, it's not a melee attack. It's like a projectile. You can see the axe here. It's like throwing it out in a very rapid manner. At least that's what I'm led to believe here. Same with the monkey over here. It's just throwing its boxing gloves out. Let's go ahead and get a bottom path tier 3 so we can see what that does. Primitive techniques. Slams balloons instead, dealing AoE damage. Oh my god, those are some giant fists. I'm pretty sure those are still gloves, but it kind of looks like it could be his hands, which are extremely gigantic. Once again, not the greatest boxing technique, I would think. He's just like trying to squeeze the balloons like he's Pat Fusty, it feels like. Pretty funny to look at though, especially because I think the animation is delayed, so the balloons pop before he even squeezes it down, which is a bit of an uncanny feeling. I think it's about time we finally get the welterweight elite because the mob's coming next round. Let's take a look at, before we go for tier 4, how about that? Head protection, very nice, very nice. Still, I swear it looked like he was using his left hand, but that might just be because he turned around. But that's some pretty nasty damage from mobs. 15 every swipe. Should have taken out pretty quickly, and this thing can... Oh, it misses that. Okay, I should get some range then. There we go. That better? But yes, head protection, and I see he is representing the team of Caltrops. Just how good is a heavyweight champion monkey, though? Triple winner of the Ultimate Popping Championship. Increases damage dealt and its attack rate. Pretty simple stuff in nature. And whoa, we lost his head protection. I guess he's skilled enough that he thinks he doesn't need it. He can defend with his fists. That, and maybe I think the heavyweight champion wants to have his hairstyle shine instead of having the head protection. Block most of it. IDK. But let's take a look at Prom Monkey now for bottom path. Me, Sea Balloon, No more balloon. Sorry, is this a boxer monkey or is it just Pat Fusty in disguise? Let's go ahead and get it. Or rather a cave monkey, I guess. Not sure this is so primal, is it? He's somehow creating explosions out of thin air with his hands. I guess it might just be that deadly. And there come the stunts. Interesting. I still don't understand how this attack works. Or maybe I'm just, like, confused. Or it's hard to see because, like, I'm trying to look at the attack of the tower itself, the animation, but it didn't sync up properly. Maybe that's what is making it look weird. I should also cross path with attack speed. Doubly. But as expected, good to see that we do at least have a stun on one of the boxer monkeys here. I also think I can't pop black balloons anymore. Or zebras. That's not a big deal though, because you got the heavyweight champions basically one-shot Cerams. And let's take a look at the final tier 4. Lumberjack's cocktail for 8.6k. Looks like we get an ability. Increases the attack rate of all boxer monkeys in range by double. Sadly, there are no boxer monkeys in range right now though, so I might have to sell it and maybe rearrange my defense up here. Alright, this up here should be much better. Let's go ahead and get it. And with this ability, we basically got a homeland at home. I guess minus the extra pierce, but I should be sure to use this wisely because it doesn't look like it has a very high uptime at all. Other than that, is this thing increased damage at all, or is it simply a pure support tower? It seems like pure support. It's not doing... It doesn't look like it's doing much more than the tier 3 would. Now that we got every tier 4 though, it's time to look ahead to tier 5. I believe this is the cheapest one. Top path atom weight for $24,000. He nearly died trying to lose weight for the next fight, but was revived after absorbing ghostly energy. Well, that's dark. I don't have enough money for this round, so hopefully I can maybe hold off of using this ability. I gotta use it now. That's not good, because I don't think I'll get it for multiple waves. Yeah, nah. I don't mind losing some short-term money just to get this earlier, so there. Selling it, and indeed, ghostly energy looks pretty badass, not gonna lie. And is it as badass as it looks? It seems like it. What even is that projectile is throwing out? Are those ghostly fists? The movement speed of them is so fast that I can barely, like, tell. I might need to, like, take a screenshot and pause or something to see this. Yep, I screenshotted, and it's exactly as I expected. Ghostly fists. Why tire yourself out with your fists punching energy when you can just spawn a bunch of ghostly fists to do all the work for you? While doing it, it appears to be one-handed. Left hand gang out here in shambles, but thankfully we still have the, you know, left-hand boomerang to represent us. Let's take a look at the remaining tier 5s. Next cheapest one is Chainsaw in the middle path. I don't know if you can call yourself a boxer once you start using chainsaws, but cuts through balloons with a trusty chainsaw. Simple as. It has also occurred to me just how bad boxer monkeys are against Cerams, because oh my goodness, we are... It looks like it's a struggle to get these Cerams down. But thankfully this map is long enough. Still haven't used the ability yet, but I might need that to clutch up certain parts here, especially for the fortified Cerams. Yeah, guess this thing is doing some good support to help us survive, but we got it finally. Chainsaw, now let us cut through those balloons. Oh my god, it doesn't look like it's doing a whole lot. That might just be because it's small range, but no, I actually do think it's a bit of a struggle. Who knows what brand of chainsaw he's using, but I certainly wouldn't recommend it. Like, yeah, for $38,000, that's a big yikes. I'm just gonna go ahead and use this for fun, because who doesn't love to see double the amount of projectiles on screen? Although I guess this thing with the double attack speed is keeping everything in the front. So kind of a bad synergy unless we get it like closer in range to each other. But finally, Primordial Ancestor for $60,000. I know I can say this about every upgrade, but that slash art is pretty funny. Has been battling the balloons since the beginning of time. It just occurred to me that you can make a stick figure look like a monkey just simply by adding those two ears to the side of the head, and I guess a tail. I'm pretty sure we're going to die if we don't get this right now, because I have been like one Ceram from death multiple times now. So let me go ahead and sell, and I am just $400 off. I'll use the double attack speed just to clutch up here. And we got in the middle of this round. Nice. So what is it doing exactly, aside from just big explosions? It wouldn't be bigger, it barely even looks bigger. Oh, there it is. It appears it's maybe less often than the small explosion, but it is doing something. It stuns DTs too. I don't think it damages it though. We need MIB for that. Wow, wait, not even this thing hits TDTs, or rather, I don't even see the projectile shooting out. That's weird. It's got camo and all. And I couldn't tell if this thing was doing DT damage also because its damage was so goddamn low. But let's get back, or let's finally get MMB to help out DT rounds. And I'll bow down to the primordial ancestor for saving the day, because it looks to me it's basically like a mini balloon crush, but also does good damage. It's much slower shooting, but it seems to shift the balloons back, even ZMGs at that. Good utility, but still lacks a lot of damage. I will use my chainsaw here, or whatever you call it, Lumberjack, to save this round if I need to, but nope, it's enough for now. I'd love to see Destruction 2 when we combo with the Called Arm, so we're gonna get that next. And probably wait for 98 to activate it. Or actually, I'm seeing a lot of Cerams here, so I'll just go ahead and use this now. Seems pretty fast. Shouts out to Cave Monkey 2 for buying us time to get up our abilities again. So here comes 98. I even have enough money for an overclock, so I'm gonna overclock the top path item weight just for even more ghostly fists. Would be outskill for now, if not for the power of buffs. 1, 2, and 3. That is like, what, quadruple attack speed? We can do the math right now in my head. 1.5, 2, so 3 times at that point, and then 1.67, which is something like 4 point, I don't know, 5 times damage, so, or attack speed, so there you have it. And that's why I cleared out so quickly. I'm gonna need it again for this round? Actually, I'm not sure, but I used it anyway. That might have been dumb because that was the thing with the longest cooldown, and especially with the small range of this, I might need a Chinook here to squeeze in some damage. Actually, never mind. I don't think Chinooking is a good idea because when the ability isn't fast enough to get multiple off. Regardless, I'll see it through. Oh my god, it's pathetic though. 10 damage every time it throws. I guess the Ghostly Fist only hit like one balloon once. That's unfortunate. In fact, we should be looking at the chainsaw here. At least, that's the one thing this Boxer Monkey is good for, teams. Let me go ahead and redo this round then, and let's actually get a tier 4 so we can buff the tier 5. Maybe have multiple abilities go off there. But this is probably what we gotta do if you want any bit of damage here. So this, and this, sadly, it's gonna be out of range at this point, but you see, the damage is much better. It's no slouch. We're gonna try to do everything in our might to squeeze in some damage here. So how about another Chinook, so we can just keep on moving it? Another ability ops for, like... Oh, that's been pretty good DPS. When we stack it, it was almost 1,000. Come on, Chainsaw. All you gotta do is pop. Beating around 100 has never been harder, but we're trying to do it with just the BOXER to show its worth. But frankly, even balance-wise, yeah, this thing would probably be pretty underpowered the more I look at it. And... nice. This guy stunned DTs, and we should be clear now. Let's just make sure to keep up the double attack speed. Actually, I think this ability might make Boxers pretty good. Move it from underpowered to just like passable, because you know, double attack speed goes a long way, especially when you combine it with every other buff in the game. And after 10 years, we'll finally have beaten around 100. More of the story, I guess, don't bring your boxing gloves to a balloon fight. Unless you have these evil, ghostly seeking gloves, then maybe you should. But yeah, that's gonna do it. If you want to check out other amazing mods done by Huber that I recently covered, then click over here for more. Otherwise, I'll catch you all later.